Hey, badass business owners, welcome to the show. It is about mid-April when I'm taping this, and regardless of when you listen to this, either now or in the future, it's still a great exercise for you to go through. Please don't run away. All right. Here's why it's important that I wanted to bring up this topic. We have about 3 months in the year done so far. And about now is when you're going to start getting your profit and loss statement, or you should at least be finishing up your books for March. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that you grab January, February, and March and print up a profit and loss statement. Whether you do it or you have your accountant, bookkeeper, whoever's helping you out. And I want you to make sure that you have them do it with percentages and with year to date. Because what I want you to do is I want you to look at January, February, and March and ask yourself, how am I doing? I want you to dive into those costs. I want you to dive into the expenses. And I want you to say, hey, what do I need to tweak, adjust to continue to make this year very successful? It's one quarter down. A lot of times, one of the mistakes that we make is we just keep plowing through. And the reality is we need to take a step back and look at stuff and say, okay, am I doing better? You know, when I set the goals for this year, am I improving in those areas on my profit and loss? Because if you're already stumbling out the gate and you don't make any changes, guess what? You're just going to continue to stumble and fumble all the way through the rest of the year. And what I want you to do is I want you to stop now and say, okay, here's what's going well. I need to keep doing this. And here's where I'm kind of messing up. You know, I want you to take that and not just compare month to month to month, because obviously we're going into season for so many of you. I want you to grab last year's and the year before, anything that you have, and I want you to stack them on top of each other. And I want you to ask yourself, how are you trending compared to years in the past? You know what? When you compare February this year versus February last year versus February the year before, you know, how's it looking? Has your cost gotten better? Are your expenses running leaner and meaner? Are you wasting money? Did you find a category that you spent way too much money in compared to what you've done in the past? Why? I want you to be like a little 5-year-old who just keeps asking why. Why? Why is the sky blue? Why? Why is this? Why is that? Why is that? I want you doing that on your profit and loss statement. And I want you just to be looking at everything. I want you to be so curious that you're diving into it and really trying to understand. And I'm a little fired up about this because I was just updating the sections to do with profit and loss in the Know Your Business Numbers course. And I realize I don't talk about this enough, and I need to keep talking about this power of stacking, as I call it, which is where you use the information and you're not just looking at it by month. That what you're doing is you're looking at it, you know, month to month to month compared to the year. But more importantly, you're also looking at it as you've been in business for, you know, when you start to stack year on top of year in your business, God, there's so much that you can use by comparing categories. For example, you know, if you have a category in your business that you're really pushing, you can take those P&Ls from month over month, year over year, and really dive in deeper to find out what you're doing well, what happened during that time frame, and pair that with having like a journal where you take down notes of when you see those anomalies, when things go up or down, and writing down why, because you're not going to remember it. Because as you get into the power of stacking, you're going to look back over March of 2 years ago and you're going to go, why did that happen? You know, at the time you said, I'll never forget this, but guess what? Our memories fade and they do forget, which is why if you had a journal that you could have with your P&Ls, you just go back and you go, oh yeah, that's when we ran that special. Or, oh yeah, that's when we had the freeze and everybody's systems all blew up and pipes blew and we had to go replace them, whatever the case might be. You know, extreme weather, you know, that happened, or an event in your community or anything like that. It's always good to have that information because then you'll know why that spike. Or it may be something that you sent out a postcard and you saw a spike, and then you can beat yourself up going, oh my God, why did I not continue to do that when it was so successful? That's where the journaling with your P&L can be so powerful and so impactful for you. So I just wanted to make sure that you take a few minutes and you set aside some time this coming week, and I want you, like I said, I want you to grab that P&L, and I want you to look at January, February, and March of this year and see exactly how you're trending and how you're doing. And if this is in the future and you're hearing this in, say, in August or something like that, that's okay. Do the exact same exercise and just use your year-to-date numbers. And here's the thing. I don't care if this is December 1st. It is never, ever too late to sit down and dive into your profit and loss statement and look for trends and to look for money and look for opportunities for you to drive sales, for you to increase profits, and to learn those business numbers. It is never too late, and you need to always be looking for those opportunities, because the minute you start, you automatically start making more money. And it's a really crazy thing. I swear to you, the minute you start looking at your profit and loss statement and trying to understand it, it's like an amazing switch is done, because even if you're struggling to understand it, what happens is you are more conscious about it, and you're putting out into the universe and into yourself that you start questioning things a little bit more. You may not understand the why, you may not understand completely, but your profits start to go up because you're looking at it and you're starting to notice it. And it's just like, for example, if I told you to go look for a blue PT Cruiser today, you probably couldn't remember the last time you saw a blue PT Cruiser. But now that I've put it out there, you're probably going to go see one sometime today. And that wasn't usually you see maroon or something like that, but blue PT Cruiser, you're probably going to see one just because now you're looking for it, which is why you're able to spot it. Okay. So with your profit and loss statement, I want you to grab that thing. I want you to look at it. I want you to look at month over year type of stuff. And right now is especially crucial if you're listening to this in real time, because it's the first quarter of the year, and you're going to be able to make some changes and adjustments that are really going to impact your success this year. And like I said, whether it's in the future, it doesn't matter. Just dive in, get into your profit and loss statement, start looking at things year over year. Look at those percentages. Percentages are fantastic key to things, because if you're normally 10%, 13%, well, while that doesn't sound like a big jump, that could be a lot of dollars going from 10 to 13%. And it's something you need to change, because that means 3% more, 3% of every dollar is going to have to go into that category. And that means 3% not in your profit. So it could be the difference between you having a profitability of, say, 12% versus 15%. And I think we all would agree we want 15% profit over 12% any day. So I'm not going to rattle on and on about this, but I did want to bring it up because I think it's really important that you dust off that P&L and you dive into it. And don't forget that if you do want to really start changing and understanding your profit and loss and your business numbers, then don't forget to check out the knowyourbusinesscourse.com or check it out in the link below, whatever the case may be. I've got a very cheap course for everybody to learn your business numbers. And right now I'm updating the profit and loss section. Like I said, I should have that up here real soon. But whether you do or you don't, it doesn't matter. I just want you to learn your business numbers. There's videos on YouTube if you don't want to. But my main thing is, as a business owner, you're not really a business owner if you're not looking at your business numbers. So if you're just doing stuff, you just got a job because you're not looking at it like a business person. And hate to be blunt about it, but that's the absolute truth. You've got to know and understand your business numbers. And today, make it a thing that today is the day, and you're going to start learning those business numbers. Baby steps, baby. That's all I need you to take. It's just take some baby steps and start looking. And I promise you're going to get better at it. Numbers don't have to be scary. It's telling you a story. It's like a book. Okay. That's all it is you're just learning how to read this book, and it's going to open up so much profit to you just by taking those first baby steps. All right. I'm out of here, because otherwise I'll just keep going, because I get passionate about you knowing your business numbers. And with that, I am out of here, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Hey, badass business owner, before you go, as you know, I'm a huge believer in you knowing your business numbers. After all, it isn't about how much you sell, it's about what you keep. And the best way to grow your profits is to start diving in and understanding those business numbers. To help you on this journey, I have created the Know Your Business Numbers course. We will walk through how to read your profit and loss statement. You'll learn the key calculations that'll help ensure that you're making a healthy profit on all of your products or services, plus a ton of other good stuff that'll help you learn how to use those business numbers to create even more sales and profits. Just check out the link below in the show notes, or visit knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com. So if you're ready to increase those profits, it's time you start diving into your business numbers.